You said at halftime, Chuckster, look, I know it may be 74-38, but you got a chance here in the second half to do some positive things, take a positive feel back to Atlanta.
Take that back.
I'm positive they got their ass whooped. That's the only positive. Hey, Ernie, you know, I'm disappointed because I'm an old hater, I guess. You have to set the tone for the next game. That's what I told you at halftime. You have to start, like, you're not going to win this game. But then the second half, you let them come out there and play Papa Shot, basically. No resistance. They're clearly, like, you know, me and Kenny were saying, they got guys wide open running to the basket. They're like, no, let's shoot threes just to get the record. So at that point, it's disrespectful. At that point, it's just totally disrespectful. Because they're like, we're not even playing you guys anymore. We're trying to set the record. If I'm a guy on the Hawks, I says, hey, man, even if I'm a scrub, I says, man, y'all just embarrassing. If y'all embarrassing us, I'm just going to knock the hell out of somebody.
But, you know, they were down 36 at half. They wound up losing by 25, so they actually played better.
They did, but the thing that bothered me, Kenny, when you just sitting there, just say, listen, they wasn't even playing basketball. They were just going for the record. I had a problem with that, and maybe I'm just an old school hater.
Well, no, you had the problem. It really only was the last, like, minute and 50%.
No, it was like the last 5 minutes, Kenny.
I don't know if it was
I guarantee you in the last 5 minutes, you go back and look, they shot 15 threes trying to get the record. Because they missed like 10 in a row before they hit like their last three.
Well, they were wondering, too, on the broadcast, Kevin and Reggie, they were saying now the only question is, can they get the record? And Reggie said, well, if they know what the record is, but they knew.
They knew.
All the fans knew, too.
But I just thought it was disrespectful.
Well, your problem is not with the Cavs. Your problem is with the Hawks.
With the Hawks, because at some point, I'm getting ready for the next game.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
You know how when teams used to, you know, give away hamburgers or tacos, and if a team get 120 points, which Phoenix used to do, y'all had a little...
Yeah.
But if you're going for that record to give the whole fans the taco
Nobody
night,
said if we make 25 threes going into the game, we're going to get
No, but you know, if you get 120 points, they used to do things.
Stop it, Ken.
You've never seen that before.
They used to do that.
Yeah, I have seen that.
But would you do the same thing?
But my point is, I'm looking at the Hawks. They've swept you the last two postseasons. They swept you in the regular season. At some point, you got to say, y'all don't respect us. And just sit there and shoot three after three after three just to go for the record. Like I say, if you, like the first half when
so you just don't think they're tough enough then?
No, I think...
Because that just shows a toughness, because the game plan is, obviously, if you've lost
but I'm just saying...
Against LeBron James, the game plan isn't working.
I'm just saying this. Go ahead, Shaq.
Man, I think that they are capable of winning. You know, they almost won the first game, and I guarantee in the locker room, I mean, because you know how guys think in the locker room, they either beat us like we got beat tonight, or we let them beat us. So I guarantee the Hawks in game one, we let that game slip away.
Right.
Teague wasn't in the fourth quarter. Horford didn't do much. Kyle Korver only took one shot. We let that game get away. I'm disappointed that they didn't come out at least with a little bit of positive energy to say, hey, we almost beat these guys. Let's get it. I mean, the Cavs made them quit real early. You know, they kept going to shots of guys on the bench. Everybody was gone.
There is something about...
Everybody was gone.
Shaq and Charles, like, there is something about you're not able to contain anything they do. So regardless, if whatever you're trying to do, if you want to get tougher, you want to touch a guy up, but it comes to the point, your game plan is not working. You know, and they have to do something, to me, in that regard, more than anything, is change something in their game plan and shake up things more. Touching up, LeBron James has been touched up before in his life.
No, you don't touch up LeBron.
No, but I'm saying, like, so he's going to be back on the floor in game three, and he's not going to change his attitude or his aggression. You know, J.R. Smith has been in big games before and been touched up. He's not going to change his mentality.
None of those guys played in the fourth quarter. It was the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But the message you're sending is not going to be received. But there's going to be no one on the line. They're going to be like, nope, that doesn't, no one's answering that call.
Sorry I wasn't there when you called.
I'm sorry if you wasn't there. I wasn't there when you called.
That actually helps my point more. If you're, like LeBron James, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, those guys can disrespect me. Now I got guys coming off the bench.
Mo Williams.
All these guys.
Dante
That was
Jones.
Dante Jones. Now these guys are shooting threes. Now that's the problem I had.
Well,
I have no problem with the Cleveland starters. They had most of those threes in the first quarter. But when you're bringing guys off the bench who never play, James Jones, another one, they're jacking up threes. You're just embarrassing me, Kenny.
Well, and you heard Mike Budenholzer, just to your point, Kenny, you said you got to change something. He said you're going to look at everything. They said,
Bring in
the lineup
Joel
change.
Osteen,
We're gonna
Benny
look-
Hinn, the
look
Pope.
and see. Here's an interesting.
You better hope they're at the game Friday night.
Here's an interesting stat for you. You want an interesting stat?
What's that?
Cleveland, 2-pointers in this series, 38. 3-pointers, 40.
Wow.
How about that?
I love Joel Osteen.
Yes, I do
They
too.
better bring him in Friday night.
That's
See if the
Houston.
Pope ain't busy.
That's Houston.
Benny Hinn. Bring them all in.
Reverend Ike.
Reverend Ike.